Hello everyone, this is a quick video on OREA's mutual release document and what to expect. Now if you're a buyer or a seller and you're looking to seek the absolution of a real estate transaction by virtue of a mutual release, you can send this document over to the other party. And what you should appreciate is that when you sign a contract, you're creating two things. You're creating rights and obligations enforceable in a court of law. Now when both parties come together, they create these rights and obligations. Both parties also have the ability to absolve any rights and obligations enforceable in a court of law by virtue of the mutual release. So as long as both parties are amenable to terminating the transaction, they are within their rights to do that. Now, what happens sometimes is that the buyer and seller will agree to a mutual release, but the broker or the broker of record involved in the transaction for either brokerage will not sign this document. And that causes a lot of concern for a lot of people. Now, if you read the actual release carefully, there's three parties involved, the buyer, the seller, and then you've got the two brokerages. And then it kind of lays out where the money is going to be paid out pursuant to the mutual release. From a buyer and seller's perspective, if both parties are on the same page, they have the ability to direct the broker of record holding the funds, and this is typically the listing broker. So if the listing brokerage is directed to release the entire deposit in favor of the buyer, they have no discretion not to do this. They must follow the lawful instructions of the client. The only way a broker of record can touch the money in a real estate trust account is 1, through a mutual release, 2, through a court order, or 3, through a direction from the lawyers when the deal actually closes. So it's not within the jurisdiction of the broker of record to not release the funds pursuant to this document. They can, however, refuse to sign this document, thereby reserving the right to sue their client respectively for their commissions or whatever it is. So if the buyer and seller are able and willing to mutually release each other, they have the right to do that and further direct the broker of record who holds the deposit to pay out the deposit as per the actual direction contained in the release. And if they refuse to sign the document, they're basically saying that they may be suing either the buyer or the seller, or whoever it is that they have jurisdiction to sue over, in order to pull out their, to either pay out their commission or whatever it is that they're seeking in terms of their resolution. I hope this video helps, and we'll see you next time.